Hold on. Okay, it is live. Welcome, body odor sufferers. Today is another interview day. Sorry for the hold up. This woman is fashionably late. I am introducing. Who am I introducing? Tell the audience who I'm introducing.
Okay, so me and your host here have been friends for about 8 years. We are actually real cool, and we actually just spoke earlier this week, as we do like every week. And he got this YouTube channel going, and he's talking to people who are suffering from this condition.
Bro, I
And
just asked you for your name.
oh, just chill out. I'm gonna get there, so you guys can. My name is Amy. And yeah, so I just wanted to give the audience a little background to, like I know you usually interview people that you don't know, but you actually know me pretty well. So yeah, but I'm Amy, and I'm a bio sufferer. So here I am.
Okay. And Amy, how old are you?
I am 30, 30 years old, 30 years young.
Okay. And where are you located, Amy?
I live in the Sunshine State.
Okay, that's what you. Okay, fine. Cool. Okay, cool. Well, Amy, that's very interesting. Tell me how it all started. The first reaction, the first experience you had when you started to notice people reacting to you or sniffling or whatever.
Okay, so the first instance that really jumps out at me is when I was in eighth grade and I saw these two friends of mine. They were having like a conversation on paper. You know, when people like passing notes and you could kind of tell us about you. And then
Mm.
I had an inkling. So I'm like, I want to wait until they throw the note in the trash or whatever. I'll retrieve it and then I'll read what it says. And then it says, one of my friends said the other one, Chantel smells bad. Ooh, shit.
Mm.
Yeah, Amy smells bad. So that's when
Bro, I
that
knew you were gonna mess
started.
up, but okay.
Just
Go ahead.
whatever. Oh, she smells bad or whatever. And that was my first instance. And I was like, and it made me obviously self-conscious and stuff. And I confronted my friend and she was honest or whatever. And I told her anytime she picks up a scent or something unpleasant to bring it to my attention. And that
But
was the
that
first.
wasn't the case in eighth grade. I think she denied it during eighth grade.
No, no, that's not the same person.
Oh, that was
This
a
is this
different
is
person?
yeah, this is before high school. So yeah, this is before high school, so I wasn't acquainted with the people that I know now yet. I know who you're talking about, but nah, I didn't know her yet. I didn't know her till high school. So this is eighth grade and these are some different friends. But yeah, she was like, funny thing is back in high school too, I used to go to the my mom's friend's house. Her daughter used to braid my hair, and she used to come over there too. And they said that she was smelling like period. So I said, "What the hell? I don't know."
They said that you smell like period.
No, not me. Her. One of my
Oh,
friends who. So I mean, I never had picked up on that, but who knows?
well, let me ask you this. So I don't think I've even heard this. Maybe I have, but it was a long time ago before
I'm
you
sure the
told
hell
me.
you have. I mean, we've been talking too long. I told you that and told you everything.
So, like, were you able to smell yourself at that moment in eighth grade?
I don't think so. I mean, and just in case you guys don't know, I have the ability to pick up my own smell, my own odor. So most BO sufferers can't pick up their scent, and it's a very kind of unique situation to be in because I know that it's not very common. I've only recently been talking to one person who can pick up their scent, and she yeah, it's only her. But most people I meet, they can't pick up their own scent. So I don't know what the fuck that's about. But no, at that time, I don't think I was privy to my own bio. And I don't even remember exactly when I started really noticing that I had the ability to really smell it. I don't even know. It just kind of naturally happened. I don't know. Just weird, I guess. I don't know.
All right. So your first instance of someone telling you that you smell bad was in eighth grade.
Yes, I was
But when
13.
but when you got to high school, did it get worse? Or was it stay
Yes,
the
it
same?
did. It did. It did worsen in high school. I mean, I was a very good student, and I noticed, people that I was, grown close to, they would talk about me. I know that they were make whispers and laugh, you know, kids especially. So obviously that um you know, got on my self-esteem a bit, but thankfully I was still able to excel because, not to toot my own horn, but people thought of me as smart, you know what I mean? And they liked that about me. And I mean, I don't know, I still managed to have meaningful friendships that, as you know, I still have them today. So, um, with the people that matter to me anyway. So, yeah, it took a toll on me because like I remember like even they noticed when I was in 10th grade, especially I always wore this little jacket, and I never used to like raise my arms more than like a couple inches if I have to lift them. Like I, you know, I like to participate and answer questions in class, but you got to raise your hand, and I never used to raise my arm too high because the smell on my underarms, like all of my deodorants could not contain the odor. And I remember going through like a whole bunch of deodorants back in like ninth grade, 10th grade, or whatever. And, but yeah, at that time, the smell under my underarms was definitely more pertinent. It was very strong. Today, my underarms itself, yeah, my odor over the years has kind of it. Okay, let me explain this. Back then, the central location for my odor was my underarms,
Mm-hmm.
but it's evolved or changed. Back then, the scent didn't feel like it was everywhere. You know what I mean? It just felt like it was really concentrated in my underarms. Even though I obviously would wear antiperspirants and deodorants and stuff, it wouldn't really make a difference. I started to wear an undershirt, and I think that helped contain the odor because
Right.
it absorbed some of the moisture. You know, I mean, I still was obviously very self conscious, and because I could, you know, I think at that point I could smell myself more. Does that make sense? I
Right.
kind of,
So you're
yeah.
saying like when you had the Under Armour shirt, not Under Armour, undershirts, you could smell yourself more.
No, I'm saying that I think by the time I got to high school, at least by 10th grade, I think even by ninth grade, because people are obviously talking about me, so I know that something was wrong. You know, I'm gonna be honest, my memory sometimes is not all that great, but I know
It
that
was a
by
long
10th
time ago.
grade, yeah, exactly. This was a long time ago. My mind been through some shit. I hope like since then. I've been through a lot of things. So, um, but by 10th grade, I could definitely, I think, pick up the odor more because I'd live on my eye like a musty smell coming out of me or something, you know. So, and I started to wear an undershirt. I saw other people wear an undershirt. I said, I should probably try that. And I remember I used to have this like undershirt, like a tight, like a fitted kind of body shirt, you know,
Mm-hmm.
some short sleeves. And I remember it, yeah, I remember it absorbing some of the moisture under my underarms, basically. I feel like that made me smell maybe not as bad, but I feel like it's obviously still smelled, you know, still
Let
had
me
an
ask you
odor
this. Let me ask you this. So, okay, you tried. It was most of the odor was concentrated in your underarms.
at
So
that
I'm pretty
time.
sure you tried a lot of different
Oh,
deodorant. Did
absolutely.
any one of them? What can you remember? Any one that was better than the other?
No, I honestly don't even remember what I was trying to hold. I used ban. I used because I remember my mom buying me several different ones. Now, over the last several years, over the last how many years, I've been using Arid, and I don't even remember when I started to use Arid. I don't remember. Maybe it was since high school. I don't think so, but I don't honestly know. I do not remember what I was using before I used Arid because I've been using Arid for such a long time, but yeah, I don't know what I think helped or just some kind of antiperspirant, basically.
But
Um,
but the interesting thing about you is like, well, I don't know if
mhm.
I'm going to get into that.
No.
But okay,
Oh.
so let me just ask you this. So during high school, you
Uh-huh.
started noticing that you had this strong underarm odor and
Hmm.
stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So like what was the ideas that you tried to do to prevent it? Of
I
course,
mean, I think honestly, being that my as a teenager, your mentality and your worldview is limited. You know what I mean? And
hmm
this is before the internet really took off. I mean, I had a computer, whatever. I bought a
So you
computer.
do you remember what year that was?
This it would have been about year 2002. I started high school to 2003, something. Yeah, like 2002. I started high school.
Okay.
So I was in ninth grade then. So about 2003, I was in 10th grade. So I had a computer, but I just figured, I don't know, I just figured it was maybe I hadn't, maybe my deodorant wasn't strong enough. I mean, I was obviously showering. I've never been like a nasty, filthy person. I know that
Right.
most teenagers, most of our sometimes our hygiene isn't the best, but I didn't have like bad hygiene. I would bathe regularly every day, and um yeah, bathe regularly and put in deodorant and everything, but to no avail. And I think that it confused me more than anything because I just did not understand what the fuck was happening. You know what
Right.
I mean? But I just did the best that I could. And I just still try to focus on my schoolwork. I worked through it to the best of my ability. Sometimes it overwhelmed me because, I asked my mom to come and get me early from school sometimes. She wasn't doing anything, just to get out, just to go home.
Let me ask
So
you this: when did you start telling your parents or telling your mother about this? Did you start saying, "Oh, I think I smell
I
bad,"
I
like during
think
high school?
I think I told her in high school, and I think her remedy to the situation was buy me different deodorants to see which one would stick. You know what I mean? To see if I would finally find something. I didn't want. I think honestly, I remember also not. I've never been the kind of person who wants to like burden my mother because she's always been like a single parent. She got a lot of shit that she's going through. But yes, I did bring it to her attention, and I remember again telling her in college I was having a really hard time because people were making comments and stuff, and it broke me in college. And she was like,
Oh yeah,
and she like, I'm sorry
I
to
do
hear
want
that.
you to talk a little bit more about the college experience because you said that you. I mean, well,
It was awful.
explain like, do you want to tell the university you went to?
I mean, I don't need to even say all that, but I went away for college because I am from the southern part of the Sunshine State of Florida, and I went up north to go to college. And while I was in college, I distinctively, because I lived in a what do you call it? Not a duplex. What do
Dorm
you?
room,
No, not
apartment.
not not the dorm, not an apartment, but what do you call it? A townhouse. We
Mm.
had a 2 bedroom townhouse apartment that I shared off campus with a roommate. And I remember because we had stairs, we had like the living room, kitchen area, and a guest bathroom, half bathroom downstairs, and then upstairs were the 2 bedrooms and the two full baths and our laundry area. So, and a little hallway to go from, one, when you first come up the stairs, there was one bedroom and then there was another bedroom down at the end of the hall. So I remember my roommate leaving like little bottles of perfume. And I think they kind of accumulated over time. And I think she started to pick up, you know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
sometimes we wouldn't see each other very much, but I think so you know how it is when you have this, people figure say you don't know where you're just dirty or unhygienic or whatever. I remember like her lining the staircase with like little, tiny bottles of perfume or whatever. And
Wait, so she would leave tiny bottles of perfume in the
yeah, she had
staircase?
like, yeah, like okay, it wasn't, yeah, it was like a banner. And like I said, there's a hallway because there's like a laundry section in the hallway, and then her room at the bottom, and then my room at the top of the staircase. So on the banner of the stairs, like there's a place you can rest stuff, like a cup or small items or whatever. And I remember little tiny bottles of perfume, like you could dab behind your ear because most people sometimes they don't do that to be
Offensive.
yeah, they don't do that out of to be offensive. They're just trying to drop a hint like, hey, you might want to work on your hygiene, but they don't realize that this is a health more of a health based issue and not a cleanliness hygienic issue. But anyways, I remember that, and I just remember college just taking a toll on me. I used to work somewhere and I know that people was talking shit about me, and I confronted the assistant
Are you
manager.
talking about Publix?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Talk about the public experience. Like shit. Don't be all scary and shit. Go ahead.
I'm not being scary. You trying to be messy. I'm gonna poke you in your eye when I see you. Anyway, so um,
Okay.
so I was working there, and my assistant manager. I remember I went up to her and I asked her about it specifically because it was wearing me down. Because this white girl, I knew they was talking shit. And she was like, no, no, of course not. Gave me the whole fake spiel. She was like, no, there was this girl I used to work with, and man, she was just talking a whole bunch of shit. And it just made me feel bad. I remember one day it was raining. I walked home in the rain. I was just crying. I was just crushed.
Right.
I'm like, this is some fucking bullshit. Here I am. I worked really, really hard to get into school. You know, I was a good student. I applied myself. All I ever wanted to do in life was just to become somebody, damn it. And now I have this dark cloud over my head that I cannot shake. And
I do want to say this. I do want to ask you this. What were you studying in school at the moment?
honestly, I was kind of in between majors. I was like doing some pre-med type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even really at that time I had not really um figured out exactly what I wanted to do. I was thinking about medicine, so I was like in a pre-med type of thing. It didn't have like
Mm.
so it was something like that. But um
But within the college experience, I guess going to the classes or
oh
going
my
to
god,
the
yeah, it was
what were the
rough.
experience like that? Oops.
I mean, it was rough. I mean, I remember this one girl. She used to sign over there talking shit about me, and I confronted her. And she was like, "Oh my god, me? Never!" And oh, let me go talk to this. I just confronted her ass about it because I had fucking enough. But it should have been now because I would have gotten real buck. But I was kind of more shy and quiet then. Now I'm more experienced, and sometimes people just deserve a good cussing out because they really do try that shit. But yeah, it was hard. I mean, people talking shit about you, and yet at the same time, there's nothing you can really do about it because what? You know what I'm saying? You don't. I didn't. And then the worst part about it, then is that you still don't even understand what the hell is going on. You know what I
Right.
mean? You're still young. I mean, this is like baby Amy. Look, I'm fully grown right now, but this is like really the young version of me trying to find her way in this very strange environment. You know what I
At that
mean?
moment when you were in college, what were you trying to do? Like, what were you researching?
Well,
Or like,
I was researching a lot of things. I think at that point is when I first came upon body mint and those type of little things.
hmm
Just little stuff like that. There wasn't a lot of resources available at that time, to be honest. Obviously now the internet has really exploded with information because we're really living in the age of social media and just much more information at your feet and much more ways to connect to people who are like you. So a lot
so
of
I
different
guess
ways
that
to gather
year when you
information.
were in college was like
Uh-huh.
somewhere between 2007 or 2008.
Yes, that's about yeah, 2006, 7. Six,
hmm
6 and 7.
And okay, so you tried a body mint. Body mint is like basically like some type of chlorophyll thing, chlorophyll
I
tablet.
don't even know what the fuck. I know this. It didn't do shit. Okay, so it doesn't matter what the hell it was. I tried even those little steel bars. They like steel body. You're supposed to wash your body with it. I bought that little bar of steel. That didn't do shit. I mean,
Yo, you tried a
nothing.
lot. You tried a
You
lot of stuff. You
you
tried a lot of
know
stuff.
you know
And I
I've
want you
tried
to
a
like
lot of stuff.
sort of try to recall all the things you tried to see if
You
it worked or didn't work. Because I know
we
you.
go we are gonna be here all night. Let's not even. I have tried a lot of stuff. The thing about me is this. Um, I have not been able. I mean, well, I can't say that about myself. But the thing about me is I have not been able to pinpoint. I guess that's everybody pinpoint exactly what the issue is. So and I am a believer. If I have to go into debt or whatever, I will get over this somehow, some way. That's how I feel. So it does seem frivolous to spend money on a whole bunch of shit, but to me, this takes a lot of my emotional and my emotional, physical, and mental well-being. It just
Right.
drains me. So I figured that I have to try to get rid of this somehow. And I think one of the big mistakes that people make when they have this is that they sit down and waddle in their grief and don't try anything and hope that it's just going to go away by itself. You know what I mean? I don't think that I'm really going to get a solution unless I put in some work. That's just my belief. So I've
Yeah,
tried a lot of things. Mhm.
I got a question in the comments from Look at Me Now, and he wants to know how much exercise were you doing during that time at
Oh,
college?
okay. So in college, let's take it back a bit. Okay, so in college, I was not exercising. Let's get it. But I left college because honestly, it was too much. And, you know, I had like a good scholarship, like a 75% scholarship. As I told you guys, I was a good student. And the Pell Grant would like covered basically the rest of my tuition almost. So I was like, it was almost like a free ride. You know what I'm saying? Just needing some more money to sustain me. But I wouldn't have had to take out any loans or anything like that had I stayed there. But I left because, like I said, it was too much. When I came back down here, I did put on quite a bit of pounds, and I started to exercise, and I exercised every day. I started to exercise 5 days a week, at least like an hour, then an hour and 20 minutes. I dropped a ton of weight. Flat stomach. I'm curvy. So I don't know, that's kind of creepy to say, but yeah, I'm like pure shape, type of body. So flat went down. I was exercising every day for that whole period of time, and that was for a couple years. That was
Well,
from
did you actually see any type of results from exercising?
honestly, no, because and I think, and as you know, because like I said, as I said, guys, we're well acquainted. As you know, I did suffer a big depression. Um, I, Let me just explain it to you guys. So no, exercising did not make it go away. I mean, maybe it was better than it would have been, but I didn't feel that way, and I think that helped send me into a depression because I was exercising and then I'd be at the park too, and then people be saying, I'm funky. It
Right.
broke me down because it was, I'm sweating out, and yeah, and I'm bare, and I wasn't eating like a lot. I had cut down significantly what I eat, and I'd cut out a lot of things on my diet, drinking a lot of water, all that shit.
Well,
Okay.
I got a question from the chat,
Mhm.
from Scorpion Tiger, and she was asking, have you tried any high potency probiotics?
Oh my God. No, I have tried that expensive one. Oh my God. I should have came with a list of stuff, right? Shit.
Shit,
Um,
let's go with it.
yeah, I've tried a bunch of probiotics, but my favorite that I do recommend, I still take it now, but I take it over just for overall well-being. Not even for this because I figure, I don't know, but I really think it helps your gut. But I do recommend Hyperbiotics Pearls. It's called
Mm.
Hyperbiotics. And I feel like that brand is really good. And yeah, it's a good brand. So Hyperbiotic Pearls. But I've tried a bunch of probiotics, and I think that one is probably the one that works the best. I think that pearls that are more like of a chalky texture, they survive your gut better than the ones that are like capsules. So I
Right.
think that those ones are better. Like the time release micro probiotics. Those are ones that I recommend. You can, Amazon them, Google them, whatever. But
I got another question from the chat, and
uh-huh.
this is from Scorpion Tiger, and she asked, have you been tested for candida?
Um, did I get tested? No. How did you? Oh my God, I've been through so much shit. No, but I have taken stuff for candida, and they did not work. I've taken like stuff, and I've gotten like die-off symptoms. I cleared up my diet for several weeks, but no, that shit did not work. I used to take oh my God. This is really good for candida too. It's called, God damn. Oh my gosh. Guys, I am so sorry, but you're
It's all right. If you don't know the product,
no, it's
just keep
not
going.
that. I have to go in my Amazon right quick and see if I can pull up some names for y'all, because like if you do have candida, this is something that I would recommend. Oh, it's called Candibactin, Candibact.
Hey, drop that in
TIN.
the. Can you
I know.
drop
Where's the
that?
chat? Yeah, let me find the chat so I can just write so you guys can see. Where the hell? How do you work? Oh, here's the
He'll
chat.
put it in the Google Hangouts chat, and then I'll put it in the chat. You know.
A group chat. So Candibactin, I think R is really good for candida if that's what you think you have. But I've tried a bunch of stuff for candida. I've tried a bunch of stuff for and oh, here's the hypobiotics. What the hell? Hyperbiotics, not hypo. So I do try that. But how long do we have on this? Like an hour?
We can go for an hour, 30 minutes, but
I know.
but I do want to go. Okay, so I do want to talk about the fact that your thing is very strange, or your condition is a little bit strange, simply because for
Mm-hmm.
most people, if their odor is dependent upon the diet that they
Uh-huh.
have, but
Mm-hmm.
for you, it doesn't matter what you eat, you still smell.
No, exactly. Basically, for the most part, I can't like narrow down anything and say like when I was on this when I was on like a candida kick, I was basically eating nothing but salads or whatever, and I was doing all kind of shit. I was taking shit. What's that powder? And it's really good for candida. Oh, this is something also that's really good for candida if you have it. Fucking goodness. 1 second. Oh my gosh. I had ordered this from a Canadian pharmacy, guys. It was really good for I can't remember the name of it.
It
It's like
doesn't
it's
matter. It doesn't really
yeah.
matter
I
about the
mean, no,
product.
I would because I just want to recommend stuff to people that I think might help someone who's dealing with that. But and I was on and I was taking it for and listen, I was doing all kind of things with that shit, and I was like funkier even than before. Like it was bad. I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
So um, yeah, I don't know. Like,
Well, let's, instead of just like going trying to get list
yeah,
out all the
yeah,
products you take,
uh-huh.
let's just go back to the story. I think you were at the part where you quit college because you just couldn't deal with it, and
Yeah,
then
oh yeah.
you
And someone asked me
started
about my
exercising.
yeah, exercising. So I exercise like oh my god, I exercise I was committed. I was a woman on a mission. Like 2.5 years I exercise. I'm sweating out toxins. I'm going out my friends, still funky. And yeah, until it just starts wearing on me that hey, I'm not gonna get rid of this fucking shit, and it really sent me into a deep depression. At this point,
What
this is
what
in
age were you
2000.
when you started
Okay,
realizing that?
I think I was about 21, and I'm gonna add some medical information. So
Okay.
at this age, I went to the doctor. He said, "Hey," he tested me. I was talking about that I'm a little smelly. Maybe it's my gut, whatever. He tested me. He said, "Hey, you have H. pylori," which you know the story of this. I got tested for H. pylori. I got put on when you get tested and they say you have H. pylori, they give you three kinds
Antibiotics.
of and no they give you an antibiotic, they give you a acid reducer and something else. So I was on amoxicillin, the antibiotic, omeprazole. I think it's an acid reducer and another one. Anyways, when that happened, the odor left and I'm like, oh my god, I got rid of this shit. I was so excited. I'm like, oh, I can't believe it.
I remember this. I remember
Yeah,
this.
you
But it's like
you you should because
I
I
was
mean,
because that's actually when I met you. But I don't think you were
yes,
21. I think you were
but
like 23.
oh, listen. Well, this happened when I was about, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not exactly sure, but this was 2011. Let's just say that. So this is 2000. At the end of 2011, I went to the doctor, and I had gained back up. Yeah, you're right. I had gained back a bunch of weight by then because I had went into a deep depression. Lord have mercy. Anyways, I took all of that, and it went away, and then something happened. You know how antibiotics mess up your system. So it
Right.
actually gave me a yeast infection, and then they gave me Flagyl for that. And
Mm.
after I took the Flagyl, that's when my whole body started to itch, guys, from like everywhere started to itch, and I was like, what the fuck? I had never had an allergy my whole life. I have never had any allergies. So at that point, I started to have really bad my whole body's itching and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Anyways, I didn't manage to get to an allergist until the following year because I just didn't understand it. So then they said I was allergic to dust and all kind of shit. Now I was allergic to some kind of foods, stuff I had never been allergic to. But,
Right.
but
What type
anyway,
of foods were it? Was it? I don't recall
it
this.
was like all kind of shit. It was like I think milk and seafood and but to me at that point it didn't even matter because some of that shit I wasn't even fucking eating. And
Let me
then
ask you this: like, I never.
I had the odor before those allergies, so
Let
I
me
wasn't
ask you
eating
this
some of
about
that
the food
stuff.
allergies. Like,
Uh-huh.
do you feel like when you eat the food allergies, you start to itch even more?
One of them I could confirm.
And what is
when
that?
when I was when I first went to the allergist, she had said one of the things that she said I was allergic to was codfish, and um I whenever I ate codfish, I noticed that I did start to itch, but I went to the allergist last year and I got retested because I hadn't been to an allergist for years, and I got retested, and I was no longer allergic to codfish. And I realized too when I ate codfish, I wasn't itching anymore. Most of the food allergies I don't even have anymore. The thing that I'm mostly allergic to is dust. Dust is
Hmm.
my highest allergen. I rarely have any food allergies now because honestly, I think I've strengthened up my body taking probiotics and doing all kind of shit. I've been taking all these pills and supplements and just trying to get to a some kind of resolution. But yeah,
So
carry on.
you have high praises about hyperbiotics, probiotics, but
Hyperbiotic pearls. I do like those. I think that
hyperbiotic
they
pearls.
yeah.
But is there any other products or supplements that you feel is sort of good for you?
Well, I mean I thought you wanted this to go in chronological order because I was gonna get to the hormone stuff,
Okay,
but
yeah. Okay,
so
yeah. Let's go chronological. Yeah.
we'll cover those later on. But where am I? So yeah, so we met, and I after that allergies still funky. I was in depression, and eventually I started to, I was thinking, okay, I need to work on my gut. I need to work on my gut, and years. I don't even know what. I honestly have like a blackout of between like 2012, 13, 14. I'm not even sure what was going on in those years. Like they're a little fuzzy, but anyways,
Mm-hmm.
um one of the major things I started to really work on is my gut. And at that time I started to take a lot of I started to take enzymes like
Mm-hmm.
to help break down food. And I started to think maybe I had low stomach acid. Okay. And I started to take
Betaine.
betaine. Yeah, I took ACL betaine, and I took digestive enzymes, and it seemed like they may have helped a little bit for a while, but I think that was like a false alarm, like because I don't know. Maybe they just made it better because my gut at all, like I'd always suffer from sometimes gas and constipation, but yeah, but I started to take betaine, digestive enzymes, all those type of
I
things.
think that betaine digestive enzyme stuff you were doing was like in maybe 2016 or something like
Yeah, that was in 2016 because I was still talking to my friend. Let's not even call her name. So,
But my thing is like there was like other stuff that happened. I do recall you
okay.
tried to take like coconut oil to rub
Oh
on your
yes,
body.
I remember that. That was in about 2014, and I used to rub it all over my body, and I feel like it did help contain the odor. But then, I told you that I thought I had some kind of allergy to it because I think it was making my skin itch. I think it would make my skin itchy. So I was like, I have to leave this alone, you know. And
Right.
I already have it because guys, I never recovered from I never recovered from what do you call it? The the
Allergic
antibiotic.
reaction.
No, what the antibiotics did, which has caused me to have an allergic reaction to stuff. So even now, I still take pills. I still take not Benadryl. What do you call the other one? I take Centrazine. I don't remember what the regular name is, but I think that's the pharmaceutical name. But I take Centrazine for my allergies. My allergies, I don't get like watery eyes or anything. I get very very itchy skin. So
Hmm.
if I don't take my allergy pills, my skin will feel like it's on fire. I never recovered from that, and this started in 2011. I'm still dealing with it.
Yeah, but with the coconut oil, which is very funny because I had an interview with a guy who had bad breath, and
Mm-hmm.
he used coconut oil in his mouth and would swish it around in order to uh,
Yeah, like oil
decrease
pulling.
the odor. And
Mm-hmm.
you're saying that you used coconut oil for some time, but eventually it just stopped working.
Yeah, I feel like it stopped working, and then obviously the itchiness became a factor because I do not like to be itchy. It is very uncomfortable, and yeah, I can't deal with itchy skin. It's very uncomfortable. So,
Mm. And there was another thing that you did. You actually took, you said you had some type of success from this product called like
mm.
Mother Earth. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
I don't. Oh Lord, that helped for a little bit too. What was it called? You? I don't remember what the fuck. Let me get the bottle. Can I just 1 second? I
I
don't
think it was
remember the
Mother
name.
Earth or Dirt Mother or something like
Yeah,
that.
Mother Dirt. What's it called? It's called Mother Dirt, and it's basically like a spray you spray on your skin. It's like a probiotic type of spray. Is it something like that? I just
Yeah, it's
call
supposed to have
Mother
like
Dirt.
healthy bacteria.
That
That
shit, yeah, healthy bacteria that you spray on your skin. But like, I feel like it helped. But I feel like honestly, the problem with us is that the problem is internal, and I feel like that's what you really have to target. Something that works internally, because I don't think that this problem is external. If it's external, then it's probably a hygienic type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Just my 2 cents.
My thing is, what was I gonna ask you?
Yeah.
What was I gonna ask you? Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. Oh yeah, I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
ask you if you think you have TMAU.
No, I don't. And I mean, I can't 100% say I do or I don't because I've never been tested for it. But a lot of the things I've read about it doesn't seem to fit me. And I mean, I know that not everyone that has TMAO has like a they have TMAO and then TMAO too. And I know it's not everyone that has TMAO has like a fishy odor, but I've never really had a fishy odor. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. My odor,
Yeah, and you can smell yourself.
I
So
can smell myself. And oh, I forgot to show you guys. Mine is a musty, like unwashed type of odor. You know,
musty
some people
unwashed
have like
odor.
yeah, some people have like fecal. Some people have like fishy. Some people have like
Just
sweet,
rotten eggs. Just various
rotten
odors.
eggs. Spoiled milk. I don't know shit.
I do want
So
to go back a little bit because I know, like when we first started talking,
uh huh,
you said your friends, you have like two good friends and stuff,
uh huh.
and they never really admitted that you smelled bad.
Yes.
You knew them in
One
high
of
school.
the yeah. Let's go back to that. So I one day sat down and really spoke openly with my friend and told her, that this was really devastating. And I opened up to her, and that is when she came clean and says, "Yes, you do." And she just kept it real, and I appreciated that. My other friend, she just tries to provide emotional support, but she doesn't really say yes or no or whatever. And I'm not around her too much because she, currently doesn't live in the state that I am. So, but yes, my other friend, she definitely has opened up and said, "Yes, you do." And um I can basically really talk to her about it too because she's supportive. And I have good friends. I mean, even though at the beginning they didn't understand, and I feel like a lot of the times people just really don't understand the emotional turmoil that this takes on a person, and I feel like they're really trying to protect your feelings at all costs. But yes, most people, I feel like their family members, lie to them to protect them. I don't like that because it really pisses me off because I feel like, what is the point? You're going to tell me that I'm crazy? I'd rather be, just tell me the truth. And
Right.
obviously, a big part of that, as you know, is meeting that girl. We'll just call her M. And M was really, instrumental in just being very honest with me. And yeah, she
And
was
she was
crazy.
someone. How did you meet her?
Oh God, how did I meet her? I think I posted on. I met M. So M is another BO sufferer like us, and she has just a very kind of mean bluntness to her. But in a way, I grew to appreciate her. I met her because I was searching for answers on on the various online groups that I used to frequent. I used to go on Curazone and all over the place, and I posted. She responded, and that's how we ended up meeting. And I was in contact with her for a while. Then we lost contact. Then we reconnected back in about 2016, 2015, I think. And she just has a meanness and a bluntness to her. And she just like, you know, when it comes to people bullshitting, when it comes to this about the truth or whatever, she just really encouraged me. And she also um helped me with this because she wanted me she made me get tested for a lot of things. She made me get like she encouraged me to get like a colonoscopy, to get a defecography. A defecography is like you sit on a toilet so they could test like your, you know, your ability to
Poop or something?
your muscles, you know, if you're impacted, like if you have, you know, fecal impaction or whatever, all that type of stuff. So I did all of those tests. I went to several. I've been to a bunch of doctors. I've been to endocrinologists, guys. I've been to physicians. I've been to
I'm glad you're talking about physicians because I
colorectals,
want to say this
kind of
thing.
people.
So have you ever addressed two doctors about your odor? Did you ever like try
Yeah,
to
well,
discuss with them, and has
the
anyone
first.
ever um, acknowledged or confirmed that you smelled?
Okay, so the first doctor I went to, he denied it when I told him. He was the one who diagnosed me with the H. pylori. And oh, I didn't even tell you guys about that. After the H. pylori went away for like a week and stuff, it came back. It did not it did so no, not to kind of, you know, um trample on anybody's dreams, but if you ever get tested for H. pylori, it comes out positive, and then you get put on antibiotics and stuff. Trust me, even if it leaves, it's going the scent, it's gonna come back. It doesn't last, and I don't know why that is. Because I had seen another bio sufferer who the exact same thing happened to. The exact same thing. She had H. pylori. She took it, went away for like a week or like 5 days, and then it came back after you done with the course of antibiotics. Anyways, so I told that doctor, the one who had that, and he of course denied that. And then I also told my um another gastro, he denied it as well. And at some point I just stopped telling them. I just, because I felt like that always happens. And I think the reason for that is because, you know, they don't have an answer to it. It's not like they're going to admit, say, yes, you do. You know,
Right.
if they're gonna if they're gonna say that, they have to give you a diagnosis, and they can't because some of them don't know what it is. You know, maybe some.
Mhm.
So I don't know, but
I
yeah,
also wanted to ask you this about your family. I mean, because I know, since I know you, you
yeah,
say that your brother can detect your odor, but
uh huh.
you
I
constantly try to talk to your sister
I mean,
and
I feel
your
like, yeah, I feel like most of them, they just kind of sweep it under the rug and deny it, even when I know they're bullshitting. But to me, at this point, it doesn't even, and I don't even give a fuck. It's like I'm just tired of trying to beat it out of people. I know that they're bullshitting, most of them, trust me. But I know that my little brother has been honest with me, and my friend is honest with me. You know what I mean? And other people, obviously, in the world are honest because they don't know me. I don't give a fuck about my feelings. So their reactions are always going to be honest, even
right.
to my mental detriment. So it is what it is. I'm not trying to, squeeze the answers out of anybody. I think the most important thing that I have to put all of my efforts into is trying to find some resolution to this. That's it. There is nothing else I can do. But that.
So okay, so I know we went a couple of steps back, but I know you tried to do the betaine and the HCl and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, and that
And
didn't work. And then I think you went on to, I don't know if there was like something in between, but I know you went on to like Facebook and you met up with someone
yeah,
and they
I okay.
suggested some type of like products to help you
Okay,
with your
so
hormones or something.
so let's go back a bit. So I was, on this health kick. I was researching, trying to find the next thing that was gonna be the answer. And I met this guy, and he had a post that he had surgery and stuff and got better. So his posts were a long time ago. So eventually he got back to me, reconnected, and he was telling me, what he did because he got rid of his odor. And I want you to be able to speak to him because I don't want to like give away his story because he got rid of it, but his method may be extreme to some people. So he told me all about his story and stuff, and then he said that where was I going with this?
I don't know. I have no
I
idea.
know,
I just
but
wanted
you
to
said,
ask you about
you
one.
said, yeah, the you said I met up with him, and what happened? Oh my God, sorry, my brain is tired, y'all. So, yeah, he encouraged me to go on Facebook and open a profile. And I had obviously, kind of been wanting to stay away from social media because I didn't want to put that part of my life into the world. Even if people already knew me, most of the people that I would communicate with online, don't. And I don't want to have all of that out there. But anyways, following a vacation that I took that was awful, I said, you know what, let me get my ass on Facebook. So I opened a Facebook profile and I joined some support groups. And I came upon this young lady who I had actually known before because I used to be in a BO group that she had years ago. And I'm like, damn, isn't that same girl? But anyway, I came upon this young lady. I'll call her C. And me and C, I saw a post that C had made, and she had posted about a progesterone cream.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that this lady that had she read about this lady from some group, and the lady said that she had had an odor after she had hit menopause or something. I don't know. And she said that the lady started getting really bad odor, and the lady took some do the progesterone cream and got rid of the smell. And I'm like, you know what? So I reached out to her, we chatted, and she told me all about it. I'm like, okay, this gut stuff, gut kick that I'm on is not working.
Right.
Okay, like I've done tried every fucking thing. I've ordered shit from all over the fucking globe. Tried every supplement almost known to man. So I need to shift my focus. So, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I have PCOS, which is which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. No, this is pertinent information because, as I told you guys earlier, I have been to a number of doctors. I know I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but y'all gotta work with me. I've been going through this a long time, so I'm trying to basically cover a whole, what is this, like almost 20 years of information for you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to
Right.
condense it into an hour.
You got it.
so
You got it. Go ahead.
so I was diagnosed with PCOS in about 2014 because I was looking for. I had went to a dermatologist and she told me I'm gonna get back to that progesterone stuff. But the dermatologist had told me like, I told her, I smelled bad and I did. I've always had, guys. I've always had a very irregular menstrual cycle, and I've always had an irregular menstrual cycle. My period will come for a month, and then come the next month, then it goes missing for 2 months or 3 months or 1 month. So my period has always been all over the place. And when I told the dermatologist, she said you might have PCOS, and she said some people who have PCOS, they do kind of have a bit of an odor to them or whatever. So I went to the endocrinologist, and she did diagnose me with it. And I had a gyno at the time as well too. So they put me on birth control and stuff, and spironolactone, which is supposed to help with because PCOS people, sometimes we get hairy, we get like a hairy chins, we get acne, all kind of stuff sometimes. So
Wasn't there some information that said like people with PCOS might have an odor problem?
yeah, it might. Well, that's what my dermatologist said sometimes, and I think some people with PCOS might be a little bit more smelly because maybe the higher hormones. But I'm gonna cover that some more too. So, anyways, back to the Facebook thing. I met up with C, and she recommended a progesterone cream. So last year September, I ordered a progesterone cream, the same one that she recommended. I started taking it, and I started having really good results. Now, don't jump the gun, guys, because if I was good, I would not be here. Well, I would be here because this is my friend, but you know, um, so I actually went to the mall and I went to the movies and stuff, and for the most part, I mean, I'd still pick up my scent here and there, but for the most part, in the beginning, it seemed to really be helping. But then there were
Mm-hmm.
times where I felt like it didn't help. because, and the cream, I used it, okay, because with the progesterone cream, you use it for 14 days, then you stop. And guys, I know it sounds weird because it's a cream and you don't expect a cream to be very potent, but it is potent when, because with a progesterone cream, they have certain recommended application sites. You can recommend it to your, like you can use like your inner wrist, your tummy, inner thighs, and some other application sites. You kind of have to switch it up because you don't want your body to get too used to it, certain, for it to not be as effective.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm using it or whatever, and it it was working, but I know that sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But there were some bad side effects. Like it would make me very fatigued, and it also, what else did it do to me? Um,
Yeah, you were telling me some time ago, like it
mm,
made you feel like you were about to pass out or something like
yeah, it made me fatigued to the point I feel like I was gonna pass out, and then it made me also, yeah, I had headaches, but it also had some positives as well. My body, guys, I don't know if it's because of the hormone issues that I have, but my body gets really, really hot, like hot flashes, I think you call them, which is weird because I'm obviously not like,
yeah, you're not.
menopause age, but my
Yeah.
body just gets really, really hot, and I don't know what the fuck causes that. It's like an internal heat. I don't know. But um that that's one thing that happened. And like it got rid of that and made me sleep better, like the
Oh, so the
insomnia.
progesterone cream actually got rid of the hot flashes.
Yeah, it didn't make yeah, I didn't feel hot and miserable anymore, like I used to. But I had to stop it because
Let me ask you this. I don't know if this is I don't know if I ever asked you this before,
uh-huh.
but like did you always have those hot flashes? Like do you know what that
No,
age you started getting that
no,
hot flash stuff?
honestly, I can't. I don't even know what ages they started happening. I don't know. I just know that shit.
Was it the same time you started just getting like these allergic reactions, these itching
No,
reactions?
no, it wasn't happening back then. I don't think. I don't remember that. Um, I don't even remember exactly when. See, I'm a terrible person. I need to write shit down, and you always tell me that, but I'm lazy, so I don't. But yeah, I don't know what age that was. But anyways, my body didn't feel hot. And sometimes with my odor, as soon as I stepped outside at times, I'd smell it. Like I'd smell
Mm.
myself. As soon as I step out of the house, I'd smell it. With the progesterone cream, it wasn't like that. I'd step outside, still no odor. It was good for a while, but it
Can
started
you
to
tell
really
me like
affect
how
me.
long like that time frame was
Okay, so
where
let's say I used it. My old phone, I had it really well documented, but my phone got messed up. Not my old phone, this phone, but all my notes got deleted. But um, I started it September, and I took it for. You're supposed to take it for 14 days, which I did, then stop, and then you're supposed to take a break, another 14 days break, because my period came in September. So I stopped my period came because I hadn't seen my period in a few months then. Then I think, did I resume October? I think I resumed it in October, but then I stopped it early. I'm not sure, but basically, I was I was on it for September, some of October. I don't think I took it for really for November to December. I barely used it. For November, I barely used it. I don't think I used it at all in December. But September to, let's just say September to December is when I mostly used it. Okay, those 4 months. But I think that it really affected my levels because last year, 2018 January, I got my thyroid and stuff checked and everything checked, and my levels were mostly fine. And then by the end of the year, my thyroid was fucked up. A lot of my levels had changed, and I really believe that the only thing I had taken that really had an impact on me was the progesterone cream. So I
I
really
know
feel
you said something to me like your thyroid levels were like originally was like at
yeah,
a 9, but
yeah.
then when you after
The
you took the progesterone it was like 31 or something.
Yeah, it went all. I don't have my blood work with me, but let's just say that shit fucked up my thyroid. Like, that's why I was so fatigued. I think it really messed up. It drained all of my energy, so I couldn't continue using that. and then I was getting headaches and shit. Like you get some bad side effects from it, but it did help. It wasn't perfect, but I did could go out more than I normally would and feel comfortable. And something that it did also, it affected taking that cream affected my ability to smell myself. I had always been able to smell myself, well, for the most part. And when I was on that, I don't have that same ability anymore. I don't know if because it changed my hormone, it's obviously changing my body. So it's like my smell, I'm not able to smell myself like I usually would, which kind of honestly kind of freaked me out because it's when you get used to something and then it's no longer available to you, especially in a case like this, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck other people are smelling. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like if I know what I smell like, I can kind of prepare myself. So
I got a
um
I got a
yeah.
couple of questions from the chat.
Uh-huh.
One of the questions is from Scorpion Tiger.
Hmm.
Does her significant other smell her?
No, I have no significant other, child. I'm no, I have no significant other. So next question.
Next question. All right. Another question from Scorpion Tiger is, does she get tonsil stones after eating certain foods?
No, I don't get tonsil stones. I don't get
Okay.
tonsil stones.
Yeah,
But
so yeah, those are the only questions. But you were continuing about how like the progesterone actually
yeah,
affected
so
your.
yeah, it affected my testosterone was really high. Funny, my progesterone and estrogen levels were fine, but everything else, like a lot of other stuff was off. So I had to leave that shit alone. So I read that if I get off of it, all my levels will probably kind of go back to what they were before I started taking that. So I left that alone. And what I did based on my blood work, I decided that my my testosterone was really high. So that said to me that, and I don't know if that was caused by the progesterone kind of skewing my hormones. Um, I don't know if it was caused by that because I hadn't had my testosterone tested in a while. You know what I mean? But I don't remember it being that goddamn high. But
Right.
anyways, and my period wasn't coming, even though the progesterone helped bring on my period in September. My period was not coming. It didn't come in October, November, or December. So the progesterone was not helping me on that front either. So I decided that it wasn't worth it, and I didn't like the way I was feeling. So um
I do got another question from the chat, and I got from Damn Dan. He asks, can she smell herself when she's around people?
yeah, I can, especially if I'm, especially if my nerves kick in. Definitely, I can smell myself unless I don't really smell. Basically, for the
I got
most.
another question. Another question from Scorpion Tiger, and
Mhm.
she asks, has she tried oregano tea for 2 weeks or more? I've heard that it helps.
I've never tried oregano tea. I think I've eaten oregano. I mean, but I never like tried the tea.
Hmm.
I but I've tried a bunch of stuff. But let me just tell you guys some more stuff really quick. So I left the progesterone alone, and I tried the I found a new product through my own research. Let me just add it here. Can they see what I type or no?
No, but I can like paste the stuff that you're. I could copy the stuff that you just wrote, and I could paste it in the chat.
Okay, so I tried another product because of the high testosterone, and I still wanted to try working on the hormone thing to see if maybe that working on that would help eliminate the problem. So I found a product called myoinositol, and it's basically supposed to help. It can help, help the insulin in your body work better. And I don't have any problems with my insulin or anything because I'm not diabetic. But a lot of people with PCOS, they are diabetic, and I am. My levels are really high, making me pre-diabetic. So, um, but myrinesitol is good for that, and it's helped lowers testosterone. And I left the progesterone and I started to take the myrinesitol, and it helped. I don't think it's as effective as the progesterone. So I did the myrinesitol for about 30 days until I finished the bottles on and off it because I was trying to, see how it was affecting me. I didn't have any side effects, and it did my period did come when I used it, so I was happy about that. I'm hoping that it will help keep lowering my testosterone until they get back to a normal range. Um, and the myonisol was okay. I started to take another one. Not that the myonisol is
Do you
finished.
feel like the myonisotol actually helped your odor or reduced it, or it didn't do anything?
It did something, I think, because when I stopped taking the progesterone cream, I could start smelling that my odor was getting worse. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it was worsening because I had stopped using it. And I think taking the myonisotol helped it get to a point where I mean, I still smell bad, but it's just not as offensive. You know what I mean? Some of the stuff I've taken, there've been instances where where the smell is really not,
Pleasant.
no, where it's not as noticeable, and then you come off the stuff and it gets like worse. So I feel like with the myonisotol, it helped me. It kind of works. It's kind of like it's like taking the progesterone, but it doesn't maybe work as well.
Hmm.
I'm taking another one called myo and dechiroinositol, and I think that works better than the myoinositol. And that does the same thing as well. It helps lower testosterone, and it's for
Wait, it just does
ovarian.
the same thing, so it's no
It
point.
it does it does the same thing, but it has a different thing called D-chiro. So I don't know what that does, but they both kind of help ovarian function and lower testosterone and stuff. So the thing is, I'm trying to see which one works better. But they've helped. Let's just say that. And you know, I just started a hormone kick last year, September. So I'm still in this hormone phase. Where I'm trying different things. I've learned and researched a lot of stuff, but I'm still giving these a go to see which one I like the best, which one works the best, which has no side effects, things like that. Like the progesterone had the worst side effects. These two I haven't had any issues with.
Yeah, the thing is with you, I mean, when
Uh-huh.
I talk to a number of people or just read a number of stories, most
Uh-huh.
people always just talk about like, oh, it's based on the foods I eat. But yours is
Hmm.
more so based on like hormones or something.
I
And
honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I am very open minded about this because I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know if it's food based. I've tried eating shit, not eating shit, and I can't figure out what foods are. So I figure I might as well explore another angle. The thing is, a lot of people get stuck because they don't step out of that box, and I don't want that to happen to me. I want to be able to explore anything that I see that might be connected to this. And hormones, as we've talked about, hormones is not something that is explored that much. And if you think about it, as we've come to the conclusion, most of the people who have this, it starts in their teens, those formative years when your
yeah,
hormones are changing. Your body's changing, you're developing. So it could be linked to that for all I know. Hormones is just not something that is um, very much talked about or explored when it comes to this condition. And I just don't want to be stuck taking, probiotics and doing all gut stuff for 20 years and not getting any results from it. I've tried a bunch of stuff for my gut. That shit is not working. So I have to try something else, and hormones is next. If hormone stuff don't work, I'm gonna tackle something else. I'm gonna tackle whatever the fuck I need to tackle until I can get to the bottom of this shit. So that's
I got
it.
a question from the chat here, and Carol Williams asked, "Do you work?"
Yes and no. Like I
Okay.
have worked. Don't get slick. Okay, so yes, guys, I have worked in the past, as he knows. Do they know your name?
Yeah, they know my name.
Okay, so I don't mind using his name. So yes, Jermaine knows that I work because right now I'm not working because I'm being lazy and don't feel like it. Like I'm stressed and depressed sometimes.
Keeping it real.
Yeah, like I'm stressed and depressed, so I'm like, no, fuck it. I don't feel like applying for no jobs or whatever, but I honestly need to find a fucking job. But yes, I've worked at a lot of call centers, a lot of customer care positions and stuff. Um, One of my favorite sites that you that he knows. pretty well because I've always recommended it.
Oh, Rat Race Rebellion.
Yeah, so I've always found jobs at Rat Race Rebellion. All of them are legit. Um, work at mom, Work at home. Mom Revolution is another good one. Yeah, I mean, I can find a bunch of work at home resources because I've always worked at home. Like once I left college back in the day at like 19, I was like, no, fuck this shit. I'm not going back into no workplace. So from 19 until now, I've only worked at home, or at least I'm not working. But
Mm.
that's it. Like I just can't deal with people, and it's just too emotionally taxing, and I'm not set up for that. Like I just get it's just exhausting having to deal with this without people. You know what I mean? Like oh
Let me ask
and
you this. I don't
uh-huh.
even know this question, or I know the answer. How long do you feel like you had it in terms of years?
Oh Lord, long time. Since I was 13, I would say till now.
So that's like
So
17 years.
yeah, it's been a long time, guys. A long time. I mean,
And
I feel like it's worsened over the years. I feel like when it first started, I mean, maybe it was just as bad, but I didn't know how to, you know. But I feel like it was, yeah. Forget it. Just 17 years. It's not even getting to like bad or not bad or kind of bad. The
what
whole
was
thing
the
is
second? What was the second work at home job you recommended? Because I put in chat how a Rat Race Rebellion.
um.
It was work at home mothers or something. What?
I have some other ones, but
Well, to answer Dan's. Oh yeah, she said. Okay, yeah, yes, she's 30.
yeah, I'm 30.
People. Oh yeah. Okay, I have another question. Do people sneeze around you?
Not really. Most people rub their noses. I mean, I've gotten, I think, a few sneezes here and there if it's really bad, but yeah, for the most part, I also get like weird looks or rub noses, or people putting on perfume, or people just
Well, I
touching.
wanted to ask you this. So
Uh
you had
huh.
it for 17 years,
Uh
and you have a friend who acknowledges that you smell bad. You have your little brother who
huh.
acknowledges that you smell bad,
Uh huh.
but your sister and mother don't say anything. Why do you think that is?
I think that I am to them. I feel that they try to protect me. I think that what my friend said to me is this. She said, "Listen, I really did not want to hurt your feelings." That's what she said, and the way when I speak to other people who have this condition, all the friends that I've made who have this, the way their parents and loved ones go about it as well, I feel like it's the same thing. People just don't want to hurt your feelings, and because I feel like if they tell you that, there's no way to comfort you to comfort you. You know what I mean? Like there's
Right.
nothing that they're gonna say that say, hey, this is what can make it better. If they just tell you the cold hard truth, I feel like they think it's gonna be too mean or too harsh. In society when you're growing up, people always say, speak the truth, be honest, be this, be that. But when confronted with a situation like this where you demand the truth of people, I feel like people actually regress. I don't think that people um, are very honest because I feel like they're afraid they're gonna hurt your feelings. You're fragile. They love you. They don't. You know what I mean? So whatever
Right.
the case. So I just think it's a matter of that. But at this point, like I said, I don't even worry about it too much because I have learned to love myself despite everything that's going on. I don't always like my life, but I know it's no through no damn fault of my own. You know what I mean? And
Right.
dealing with people and constant negativity and shit, I've just still learned to love myself and value myself, and whatever people think or say, it is what it is. I know that I'm strong because a lot of the people that talk shit, I know they wouldn't be able to live with this shit. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I got a question from the chat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. A Scorpion Tiger wants to know: have you ever tried? Oh, has resveratrol worked for you? Have you ever even tried resveratrol?
I've never tried resveratrol. I think it's on my buy list. But don't worry, sis. I'll get to it soon and tell you tell you if it works. But no, I haven't tried it. It's on my. I've tried a lot of things. A lot. Actually, I have like one refrigerator dispenser full of like supplements. I keep my supplements in the fridge because I like them fresh. Because
Yeah.
we live in a hot climate. So
Yeah. I,
um
I did want to ask you this too. Let's say that some people want to contact you and link up with you or ask you more questions. Am I allowed to share your email?
I can give you an email that you can share. Sure.
Okay, yeah, just send it to me right now, and I'll
Okay.
put
Give
it
me.
in the chat. Another
Okay.
thing I wanted to ask you is, okay,
Uh huh.
so you're 30 right now, and you're
Uh
about to
huh.
turn 31, but
Uh
let's
huh.
say in the span of 5 years, you will be 35. Where do you see yourself at the age of 35? Do you feel like you would be able to accomplish this thing or reduce it to a degree where it's manageable and you'll be able to live a normal life? Do you feel like you're going to continue to have this? Where do you see yourself at the age of 35, or and what type of like success do you think you'll be successful at that age?
Is this you asking me this?
Yeah, this is me asking you this.
Oh, that bad.
Jesus
So
Christ.
no, just chill. Dang. Um. Oh my God. At the age of 35, I really hope that I would have had this conquered. By that time, I would have had it for over 20 years. That's a long fucking time. And I would like to obviously one day live a normal life and, be able to just live the life that I've always wanted. I like to think that I am smart and funny and charming. I mean, and I want to, keep bringing out the best in myself. So I hope that by I'm 35 that I'll have a job, that I'll be in a better place mentally, and emotionally, and just be in a happier space. As for career and stuff, I would like to get rid of this so I can explore more of what I'd like to do. I still, at this age, I'm not even sure exactly what I'd like to do. I haven't been given the opportunity to really, test out um, test out the field that I majored in or other areas. I like the social sciences, and I'd probably like to go into something related to that, but I just don't know career wise what I'd end up doing. But at 35, I hope that it would be behind me, So
Hmm.
that's it.
Well, I do have other questions in the chat.
Go ahead.
Carol Williams asked you, where is the smell located now?
Okay, so now it's like all over. I feel like it comes. Let me tell you, I feel like it comes through my pores. Like I don't know, but it's if I have to say it's located somewhere strongest, I would say my groin, which is weird, right? I don't know, and I
I
know
think
it's
it's
not.
pretty normal.
Well, yeah, I think mostly my groin, my arm. The weird thing is my underarms. If you come and you smell my underarms, they don't even smell bad. But if you are in the room with me, you'll smell my body. Like I feel like it comes through my pores. But
Right.
yeah, it's kind of it's an odd. This is an odd. What is this? A sensation? I don't know. It's an odd thing. Anyways, here.
Another question I got was from Love Love, and she asked, "Do you live on your own?"
No, I don't. I live with my family. I don't live on my own. Mm-mm. I can't live on my own because I can't financially manage living on my own, and also I help take care of my younger sibling and stuff. And I mean, I don't need to really live on my own. Me and my mom are close, and I wouldn't want to leave her. Well, I mean, if I get to a better space, yeah, but even if I get to a better space, I think I'm gonna stay for a while until I'm really, you know, good,
Right.
and I can really take care of her even when I leave because I want to take care of her. I always have, but life with this problem intervened. So
Another question I got was from Scorpion Tiger, and
uh-huh.
she says, has she tried juicing to help repair her body?
um I have I haven't been like a strict juice fast per se, and I haven't been like a strict juice fast, but I have done other things, honestly.
What are those other things?
I mean, just not just cleansing, barely eating anything, just eating veggies, and I was taking this like anti candida shit. I can't remember. It's a powder. What's that anti-candida powder called? Do you guys know? It's supposed to be really, really good. I even made enemas out of that shit.
Shit, I don't know.
I never
Master
told it.
cleanse.
I never. No, it's supposed to be really good for candida. A lot of people rave about that stuff too, and it was very expensive. I bought that shit from Canada. Oh Lord.
I got another question from Scorpion Tiger, and she wants to know has she tried liver cleanses.
Yeah, I have. Them they didn't do shit either.
I didn't do shit either.
They didn't. I'm keeping it real. Like I've tried liver, gallbladder, bile, digestive shit. Got my anus checked out by two colorectal doctors. All kind of shit, guys. All kind of shit. Like nothing has worked. Like gosh.
Okay. Well, I think we're winding down here.
Yeah.
Is there anything? Let me just first ask this: if there's anything the guys in the chat want to ask Chantel, now's the time to ask her because
Hey, Amy.
we're nearing the end.
Amy.
And I do want to ask you, Chantel. Okay, let's
Amy. Hey,
say,
did that? Hey, Amy.
oh shit! I mean Amy. Oh shit! Oh god! Fuck. I mean Amy Brooks. That's her name. What was I saying? Amy Brooks. I meant Amy Brooks. Yeah, Amy. I did want to ask you this,
Oh
Amy.
man, that's so funny.
So let's say there is someone who could relate to everything you're saying. Like
Mhm.
they're not affected by foods. They have hot flashes. They have this
Gotcha.
musty body odor, and they can detect themselves. Um, what would you tell to the people who have something similar to you? And what I don't know what insight, any final thoughts you would try to do to inform them about this?
Okay, so yes, if you have a similar situation like me, I recommend that you try the hormone route. As I said before, hormones are not something that are usually discussed or explored a lot in the BO communities and groups online. And I think that if you've ever had PCOS or other kind of problems related to your menstrual cycle and hormones or anything like that, I think the products that I've listed the myonisitol. If you are going to use the progesterone cream, I do recommend that you use it with caution, but you might get really great results. My other friend that was using it, she had lucid dreams and other things that were happening to her, so she stopped as well, even though she was the one that recommended it.
Lucid
You,
dreams. What is that?
I feel like bad nightmares and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so um so I would recommend that to people, but you have to be very careful. And please, I know that everybody's desperate for reprieve, but if you use it, you cannot go overboard. You must only apply a tiny amount. That is the strongest cream I have ever used. I didn't even know creams could be that strong, guys. But a progesterone cream is really strong because it will. As soon as you use it, you can feel the tingle. Like you can feel the sensation. That's how
Right.
strong it is. But yeah, I just would recommend just going the hormone route and trying some hormonal products. Read and make sure you research. Don't dive into anything. If yours is related to your estrogen, I'm gonna also just add another pill here. It's called DIM. A lot of people have not heard of DIM. I tried DIM. I don't think that's for me. I don't have estrogen issues. Um, but yeah, just look up stuff. And a great most people use Google and stuff, but a great resource is actually Pinterest. Like if you want to Pinterest is where I found a lot of the hormone stuff, because like when you Google stuff, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Google sometimes doesn't give like a list. You know what I mean? Like you have to be researching specific things or one thing. But I feel like Pinterest gives you like a list of this or a list of that. So I recommend Pinterest as a really great resource, which is not also used a lot. And especially if you're using it for anything hormone related. I just wish everybody with this condition the very best. I know that life is often hard and cruel, and people are mean and do not understand, but you guys just do the best you can. Always love yourself, cherish yourself, take care of yourself, treat yourself when you can, if you have the financial means to, and be kind to yourself. The world is not kind to you, so at least be kind to yourself. And remember that when you feel like jumping off the edge of somewhere, that there are people here that do love you and that do understand what you're going through. That's it.
All right, we're almost done, and we're just going to answer the final questions. So,
Mhm.
one from Michelle Cameron, and she asks, "Where do you live, and what's your nationality?"
Okay, I told you guys I'm from Florida, and I am from. Her name is what? Michelle K.
Michelle Cameron.
Oh, Michelle Cameron. So, I am originally from Jamaica, but I've been here for a long time now.
Okay. And another question from Love Love is, "Have you been in relationships?"
No, honestly, I've avoided them like the plague. It's not for a lack of men trying to get at me, honestly, but I don't think I could be. I can't be comfortable with people when I'm smelly. Like I'm very like sometimes anxiety and stuff. Like I don't know. Like I have dudes always trying to approach me and talk to me and stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. Like so. No, I don't really do relationships because I can't have that. Like I have this to deal with, and I just feel like it takes a lot out of me, and I feel like I would be doing that person a disservice. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm,
but everybody is different. I mean, some of my other friends are married or have dated and date guys and stuff, but that's not for me. Everybody knows what they can and can't put up with, and I don't think that's for me. I'll get to that eventually, but I'm praying to God that I'll get rid of this first. Honestly.
well, I got another question from, or
Uh-huh.
I got a question from No Games, and she asks, "Has she tried lemons or limes?"
Listen, I've tried all of that. All I did is shit. No, I've tried lemon. I love lemons. As you know. You know I love lemons, right? Did I tell you
I don't know shit. No, no. What do you
that?
mean? Like
No.
lemonade? What do you mean?
I like lemon. I like lemon. I like lemon flavored things, and I like
Oh,
lemons.
okay.
So like as a flavor, some people like strawberry or banana.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
I love lemons and I love ginger. Um, but yes, I've tried lemon. Listen, I tried all kind of shit. Vinegar. Listen, yeah, y'all just don't know. Tried all kinds of shit. Let me tell you, any day I have a strong feeling that I will get to the bottom of this. And any day I get to the bottom of this and my friend here, Jermaine, is still hosting this program, um, this YouTube channel or whatever you call it.
Whatever the
I
fuck it
will
is.
chill out. He still hosted it. I will be the first to come here and let you guys know exactly how I did it. Okay. I am not gonna just disappear on you guys, and I'm gonna have a blog post, something posted in a group that I'm in, something, and just let you guys know exactly what I how I did it. But right now, I'm still going through trial and error in this hormone phase and still working out the kinks. So please bear with me.
And your email is allygreen2019 at gmail.com?
It's Allie. Yes.
Ally. So it's ALLY, correct?
Yes, it's my name.
Okay, sure. Um, so yeah, I guess those are all the questions that are asked. I appreciate Amy Brooks for stopping by and telling her story. This is the ninth interview, and we are out. See you guys later.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Have a good night.